Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Preeti Sharma and I'm here to discuss with the FMG students a plan and strategy for the upcoming December 2024 FMG exam. I'm going to keep it very short and sweet so that this is not a lengthy session where you are struggling to find the real content. I'm going to get straight to the point, and this is going to be applicable for each and every student, whether you are appearing for the very first time or you recently gave the June-July session and have not been able to cross the 150 score. So the main worries that the students have come up to me right now is what exactly should be their timetable and their strategy. So I've got you a timetable here with me for 60 days. This timetable will start from July 24th and will go until September 21st. After these 60 days are done, I'm only giving you a timetable right now till here. After these 60 days are done, I will be coming to you with a revision plan. I have kept a revision plan divided into 3 revisions. Revision 1 of 45 days, revision 2 25 days, revision 3 15 days, roughly taking it up till December 15th. Right now we don't know the exact date that we are targeting, but once we have more clarity on that, we can rearrange the revision plan accordingly. So at present, my current concern is about the 60-day timetable that I have to make. Now, in this 60-day timetable, of course, you are going to target on 2 things. The 2 things are going to be theory as well as MCQs. And how many MCQs should you be doing? So the MCQ number that I'm going to write over here is 100 to 120 per day. And that depends on how many have you been practicing till now. If you've never practiced any MCQs, then jumping directly to 100 is not going to be possible. So if you've been doing a certain number, you have to increase by say 15 or 20 per day. So if yesterday you were doing 50, try to jump to 60, 65 by tomorrow, and that is how you're going to take it slowly and reach that 100 score that I want you to. Next, coming to the number of hours per day, 8 to 10 hours per day, and I know many of you have been told by a lot of people around you that in the beginning study only 6 hours per day and in the end you take it up to 14 hours per day. No, 8 to 10 hours an average has to be there, without which you will not be able to finish your syllabus. And if you don't finish your syllabus right now in 60 days, then those 3 revisions are not going to be possible. And you talk to anyone who's given this exam earlier, they will tell you more than the real content, it's a revision game. The key to crack this exam is how many number of revisions and how many number of MCQs you practice on a daily basis. Coming to the source, it sounds cliche and still no one follows it. You have to have a single source per subject. I'm not saying a single platform would be able to give you all the sources, but I'm saying that you do a permutation and combination, you mix and match, you decide which is the faculty, which are the notes from which you are able to understand, and you keep a single source for every subject. Now coming to the most hyped question, whether you're going to go in for main videos or rapid revision. So for your stronger subjects, and how do you decide? The subjects in which you are getting above an 80% in your Q bank, for those subjects you can refer to rapid revision. But if you're getting a less than 80% in your Q bank, that means that you have certain weaker subjects or weaker topics, and those topics you will have to decide from the main video. So this is a plan that I cannot give for you. This is something you will have to customize. But yes, for pathology and microbiology, I can straight away tell you that you will be doing the rapid revision videos only, not the main videos. Now let's move forward. Coming to the plan that I want you to have. So this time, instead of giving the plan that I used to give to the previous batch of students, I've customized it and changed it a little depending on the current pattern also that has come up. I have divided your subjects into 4 blocks, and I'm going to introduce those 4 blocks to you because they are interlinked subjects and will help you integrate. So number 1, we have anatomy, because you start medical field with anatomy always 4 days. After that, surgery is integrated with it, so you do 6 days of surgery, and even orthopedics is integrated with it, so you follow it with 2 days of ortho. Once you are done surgery and ortho, you've done a lot of radiology, x-rays, CT scans, etc. So now you wrap it up with 2 days of radiology, and that finishes off block number 1 for you. I've given you the number of days so that you can actually make a date-wise plan. I am going to give you a date-wise plan in 5 minutes, but in case you want to do up and down of some subjects depending on your weak or strong areas, you can. But the number of days that have to be followed are this. After block 1, let's go to block 2. Block 2, again, integrated subjects. First, I want you to complete the basic sciences. Pathology 4 days, micro 3 days, pharma 4 days. Because once you manage to get through this torturous days, you will be able to have a very strong hold over medicine. Medicine for 6 days, otherwise if you jump to it, it's going to be a deadly task. But if you wrap up your path micropharma before, medicine becomes certainly an easier boat to sail on. Once you're done with medicine, it's going to be 2 days of pediatrics, because again, a lot of diseases overlap over there. Then once you're done with medicine, this means your neurophysiology, cardiophysiology, a lot of physiologies have already been settled. So thereafter, I think a single day for the extra physiologies, maybe from RR or LRR, are going to be good enough. Finally, you wrap up this block with 1 day of derma, which is going to correlate a lot with pathology, so it's easily doable in 1 day. Block number 2 is done. Coming to the next block, it is OBGY and anesthesia. OBGY requires 6 days, and that is a must, so I've given you that. Because you have done all the surgical branches, OBG ho gaya, surgery ho gaya, ortho ho gaya. Once you're done with that, now it's time to wrap it up with anesthesia. So 2 days of anesthesia is what I've given you. Now we come to the last block. These are the subjects which are standalone subjects, means they're not interlinked with other subjects as such. They have their own set of questions. Starting with the deadly PSM, 4 days usually I give. This time I've given 5 days because the questions are getting tougher and tougher. So I want you to give in that extra effort for PSM. 3 days for biochemistry, 2 days each for ENT and ophthal, and 2 days each in the end for FMT and psychiatry. By now your speed will become so good that you might be able to wrap it up in one day also. But this is what? This is exactly a 58-day plan, because in these 58 days, you have to add 2 days, which are going to be your grand test. And grand test doesn't mean giving the grand test. Grand test means you give the grand test and you review it also on the same day. That is why I've given one entire day only to GT. If you want to make a date-wise timetable for yourself, follow this. If you want me to make a timetable for you, then here I have it. So I've made a date-wise timetable starting July 24th all the way September 21st when you give your last GT. So basically this is the timetable. Now if you look at this timetable, I've given you a very important life lesson over here. I have erased the dates prior to July 24th because I don't want to listen to what happened with you in the past. What score did you get? What hardships you had? All of that now goes in the past, and you have to come back from that and come back stronger. So your life begins as a new journey from July 24th, and it goes on till September 21st, after which I have again removed all the dates because I don't want you to go into that future anxiety of what will happen after September 21st. So now your entire life is going to revolve around your 60-day plan. No past guilt, no future anxiety. This is where you settle your mind in, and once those 60 days are over, I will come back and I will give you the future revision plan for the 3 revisions. But that I will be able to give you if you follow this plan. So let's start with it. I have given this entire plan to you, quickly letting you know the July 24th first 4 days, as I told you, anatomy, then 5 days of surgery, 2 days of orthopedics, 2 days for radiology. Block number 1 is done. Pathology 4 days, micro 3 days, pharma 4 days. Once you're done with these basic sciences, medicine 6 days. Medicine done, overlapping 2 days for pediatrics and one day for physio and derma. Block number 2 also done. Then you go on to a little, before you jump to OBG, I want you to finish off PSM well in advance because it troubles in the end. So first I've kept PSM for 5 days, 2 days each for ENT ophthal, 3 days for biochem. After this, how many subjects have you finished? 15 subjects you finished. So now I have kept a gap, not a gap, but September 8th becomes your GT number 1. Even if you've not finished all the 19 subjects, only 15 done, never mind. GT 1 you give, you review it. After September 8th, now from 9th you get down to doing your OBGY. So once OBGY is done, surgical branches are done, anesthesia 2 days, 2 days or 1 day each for forensic and for psychiatry, ending on September 20th, because then that means September 21st is going to be GT number 2, and that is when you will end your entire timetable. That is why I said 58 days for study and 2 days for GT. Still, if you feel 2-3 days, thoda sa if it goes a little ahead because of buffer days, because of certain backlogs, never mind, we have that much of time, but you have to be very, very consistent and vigilant. Now let me tell you, for path and micro, what am I expecting? I am expecting you to do rapid revision. Pathology rapid revision in prep ladder is 19 hours and microbiology is going to be 16 hours. And now, roughly, if you divide it, for path I've given you 4 days and for micro 3 days. So approximately the number of video lectures that I'm wanting you to watch is 5 hours per day, and that is at a 1x speed, which no one actually watches. At least 1.5 to 1.75 everyone goes. For pathology, you can even easily watch at 2x. Micro is a little more cramming up. I will say watch at 1.5x. But if you do this, you will easily finish off the whole syllabus because I have covered it very, very extensively. Yet it's an it's a very, very concise but a full version of the path and micro syllabus that I've got. Now coming to, you will take a screenshot of this or you will be making your own timetable on the basis of this. But what should your day look like? Because the next question that comes to me from students is that, ma'am, I'm unable to sit at one place and study for very long hours. So can you tell me how should we divide our study slots? How should I start and how should I get down to studying 10 hours a day? I want to, but I'm unable to sit. That is because you're not spacing it out well. See, what you need to practice in the entire any entrance exam that you go for is time boxing. Of course, I don't want to tell you that you need to be motivated and consistent, because that is obvious. You need to have that grit and determination, because no matter how many timetables I make, till the time you are not willing to follow it, then it's all a waste. Time boxing means you divide, this is my study time, this is my break time, this is my chill time. So this is how you divide it. And is break time and chill time different? Yes, it is. So remember, if I would have been a student in your place, this is the kind of timetable I would have followed. Not for long, I'm just saying 60 days. The next 60 days, this is what I would have done. Morning wake up time. As soon as you wake up, no need to jump in that anxiety and jump to your study table and start studying. Take 1 hour in your life and enjoy your morning routine. Obviously, your morning routine is best known to you, but try to have something out of this in the outdoor section. Maybe 20 minutes of a walk or something to do in the outdoor section, which will give you that, a little breath of fresh air. So early morning, you do that. By 8 o'clock, you should be sitting on your table or your library or that study chair, wherever you have to study, because 8 to 11 is going to be your first study session. Why 3 hours at a stretch? Because exam, maybe you have to sit for 2.5 to 3 hours at a stretch. No one will give you a break in between. Get used to the fact that you have to sit for 3 hours at a stretch. After that, you take a half an hour break. This is not your break, which is the chill time break. No, I'm not telling you to do social media here. I'm not telling you to open Telegram and anything. I am telling you to just relax. That could be close your eyes, listen to music, go outside, talk with your family, friends, but nothing to do with studies, nothing to do with social media. I'm not against social media. I'm not saying you go off social media or deactivate your accounts. I'm just saying right now you're very early in the morning. I don't want you to look at another screen. 3 hours you will anyway listening to video lectures. Now you open your iPad or your phone and you get stuck in that loop of reels, and then you're again looking at another screen and straining your eyes. So I just want you to be away from any kind of digital source. You get back at 11:30 and then you do a next study session. I've not kept it 3 hours, I've kept it half an hour less. 2.5 hour study session. Do you realize that by lunchtime you have done 3 plus 2.5, 5.5 hours of studies are done? Then you deserve a mega break. 1.5 hour you relax. You are not a glutton who's going to eat food for 1.5 hours. So 1.5 hour means your lunch is done in 30 minutes. What do you do for the rest? 1 hour you relax. You take a power nap, or you can use social media, you can watch something of your choice, and that's entirely up to you. Because then 3:30 to 6 you get down to study session number 3, again 2.5 hours. Then of course by now you're exhausted because it's 6 p.m. so I've given you a good break for 1 hour. That break could be again a mixture of both. 20 minutes bahar ghum ke aao, and then 30-40 minutes you can talk to your friends, discuss what you studied in the day, social media use karo, your wish. Then comes your last study. See, I'm decreasing the time as you're going forward because you're getting tired. Your last study session is 7 to 9, study session number 4, and your day is called off. Not really, because 9 o'clock onwards, see, I want you to sleep by 11 or 11:30 because morning 8 hours sleep you require. You are waking up at 7. But in this time, every day, what I want you to do is, I want you to any time in the night, and this doesn't have to be a serious mode thing on your study chair. No, you can lie down and just chill and just open your app, whichever app you're following, create a custom module of 30 questions. What custom module? Mixed bag. All 19 subjects? No. Whatever subjects you have finished till that day. So right now, say I'm on day 15, I have finished 5 subjects. So my custom module will include tags of 5 subjects: anat, surgery, radio, ortho, patho. 5 subject custom module, 30 questions I will do. Jaldi I will do. Wrong ones I will know, okay, this is why I got it wrong. Nothing to write, nothing to bookmark, just it's a kind of a casual test that you're giving to yourself. At the end of the day, it's not even going to take that much time. I think it will take maximum 30 minutes. It's going to be a very jaldi thing. Why am I wanting you to do this? Because as you will move forward, you will feel that you're forgetting the past subject. So I want you to be in touch with them, and that's my only intention here. Finally, you call it a day, you chill, you don't have to study, you have to watch social media, you have to do whatever you want to do. Or, if you want to watch a web series, then you can watch 20 minutes every day, just your wish. And finally, by 11:30, you should be wrapping up your day because you're starting at 7 in the morning again. This is, of course, for those who are early birds. In case you're a night owl, then push it forward, but follow it in this manner. This will give you that 10-hour study schedule. Along with that, I have given you adequate breaks, if you see over here. So I don't think you will be able to get more number of breaks than this in any other timetable. This is what you follow, and that's how a day in your life should look like. This is how your next 60 days should look like, and more importantly, no past guilt, no future anxiety. Well, that's about it, and this is a mantra for life that I share with every student. Many students who passed this time sent me a message as a screenshot of their mobile home screen, and this was their wallpaper for many months. And they actually sent me saying, ma'am, we've passed the FMG exam, can we please change our wallpaper because we can no longer listen to this or see this any longer on our phones. I said, go ahead till a certain time, because this is a mantra not for exams, this is a mantra for life. Your life will have a lot of ups and downs, more of downs and less of ups, let me tell you that also. But the mantra is that no up and no down is going to be constant. Everything is going to change. Every day is going to give you a new ray of hope, and that's how life goes. So as I always say, this too shall pass, not smoothly. It might pass like a kidney stone. It might create a lot of pain for you. It will be painful. It might result in hematuria. So it is going to be a tough journey, but remember, nothing remains constant. It will pass and better days will come. This is a testing time, and again, it might sound cliche, but it is a fact that God always tests those whom He feels can actually withstand that test of time. And you will be on the other side very soon. In the long run, it is not going to matter. No one's going to come and ask you whether you cleared the FMG exam in 1 or 2 attempts. In the long run, it is about your clinical skills. How well are you at actually treating a patient, and how humble are you in that entire journey? So the most important thing, tough times will make you very humble. Embrace it with all humility, and trust me, anyone who's done that till date has always achieved greater heights in life. So that's all that I wanted to tell all of you. A very quick timetable strategy done from my end. Any other questions apart from what we've discussed over here, if you want to ask, please put it down in the comments below and I will get back to you. And I'm hoping that this timetable works in your favor. Customize it, get it ready, because tomorrow, July 24th, when you wake up, you should have your timetable, your study table set. You should know which is the subject that you're starting with. So get all those PDFs back and get going with a positive mindset. All the very best for your preparation, guys. God bless you all.